It's Patrick Allmond again from Focus Consulting, and this video is going to help you out because it's going to tell you the top 5 things you need to be looking at in your web analytics. If you look at any of the web analytics programs like Google Analytics or Woopra or Clicky, you will find out that there's probably hundreds of different data points that you can look at. However, you don't need to know most of these data points. So what I'm going to do for you today is I'm going to give you 5 different data points that you need to be focusing on. Now, some of these are pretty obvious, and some of these are not so obvious. And you may have some of your own that you like to prefer to look at. This is for someone who has no clue as to what to look at when it comes to website traffic. Here are the ones that I look at all the time when I'm looking at my website. The first one is pretty obvious. Look at the number of visitors you have. And look at the number of visitors, in comparison to the day also. Do you get most of your traffic on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday? Unlike traditional business environments, the web is open 24/7. So who knows? Most of your traffic may come at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning on a Friday morning. It's just different per website. So take a look at the number of visitors. And visitors is the number of unique internet addresses or people or search engines that come to your website, which is separate from the second thing you need to be looking at, which is the number of hits. And what the number of hits is how many times each one of those visitors touches a page or an object on your website. For example, when I come to your website, I may visit 5 pages, and so that counts as 1 visitor, but 5 hits. So what you have, hopefully over time, is you have each visitor increasing the number of hits on your website. That would be retention. That would be someone staying longer at your website, which segues into the third thing you need to know, the average amount of time each visitor stays on your website. All web programs will show you this. In particular, I kind of favor Google Analytics. But what Google Analytics will show you is it'll show you how much clock time each person spends on your website. So again, if it's me, I come to your website, you know the difference between whether or not I spend 30 seconds on your website or whether or not I spend 30 minutes. And if you have interesting content and it's changing frequently, then this number should go up. This segues into our 4th thing that you need to know is the average number of pages per visitor. And this one you can figure out manually, but there's going to be a graphic for it inside of your analytics. And that's just going to be the number of hits divided by the number of visitors. Again, if I am 1 visitor and I have 5 hits, then on average, that's 5 per person. You're going to figure out yours is going to be somewhere between 1 and probably 10 on average. These last 2 are the ones you want to go up. You want people to stay on your site longer, so the average time per person will go up, and you want people to browse more pages, so the average page per visitor could go up. The 5th and final thing you need to know about is looking at your referral traffic and looking at which referral traffic stays the longest on your website. And by referral traffic, I'm referring to where's your traffic coming from. If you drill down in your analytics, you will see that there's a report that shows you what is your source of traffic. Where's my traffic coming from? Is it coming directly from Google? Is it coming from Bing? Is it coming from Twitter? It will tell you where it's coming from. And what's very helpful is when it comes from another website. So this is called referral traffic. And I know in Google Analytics and the other analytics packages, there's a report you can look at that will say per referral point how many pages on average that traffic looks at your website and how much time that person spends on your website. So what you're going to find, for example, is you're going to find people that come directly in from a search engine probably don't spend that much time on your website. But maybe if you have a link from a similar website, let's say you're a jewelry website, for example, and you have a visitor from a similar jewelry website, you're going to find that person's going to stay longer because they came from a site that had jewelry, they went to a site that had jewelry, so that's better traffic for you than just the general search engine traffic. So again, as a quick recap, you want to look at the number of visitors that come to your website, the number of hits that the visitors put on your websites, the average amount of time each visitor puts on your websites, and the average pages per visitor, and finally, drill down into the details of your referral traffic and see which visitors are your most valuable visitors. This is Patrick Allmond from allaboutfocus.com. One more quick tip. If you haven't done so yet, hop over to my website at allaboutfocus.com, and over on the right-hand side, there's a form for you to get a free 25-page social media workbook, which I put together last month and I had a blast doing. It contains all kinds of great hints and tips on how to set up a social media program, and I even give a step-by-step plan in there depending on whether or not you have an hour a week or 2 hours a week or 8 hours a week, because some people just don't know where to start with social media. So again, head over to my website, allaboutfocus.com, put in your information on the right-hand side, and you will be well on your way. This has been another video from Patrick Allmond at focusconsulting.com. You have a great day.